Air travel can be a stressful process at the best of times, but throw in a bunch of interesting looking and often heavy camera equipment, and it can be a recipe for disaster if you aren't prepared. I've taken several flights over the years with my photography years, so I thought it was about time I condensed all my experiences into one single video that I can point to as a reference for you guys. When flying with camera equipment, you should always carry on everything you're going to need to get the job done. For most people, this means carrying on your cameras and your lenses, as well as some other basics like a couple of spare batteries and a battery charger. If you take enough flights, it's only a matter of time before the airline loses one of your checked bags. So you want to be able to hit the ground running and get shooting as soon as possible with what you have in your carry-on. Of course, carrying on your equipment is always going to be much safer than checking it anyway, so I'd recommend taking as much of it as you can on board. If you have to check any of it, make sure it's well protected because baggage handlers are notoriously rough with your luggage. All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, appreciate you stopping by. We're gonna walk through exactly what the title said, just as minimal of a setup as we can for traveling internationally as a filmmaker photographer. It's just good to have like some ideas, and when I tried to search, I just couldn't find much of what I was looking for. So here we are. We're gonna make this video. I'm gonna be right to the point. So to start, I wanna just talk about like the environment I'm going in because every environment's gonna be a little different. For me personally, we're going into like farm, rural areas in Africa, in Ethiopia, Kenya. I'm only packing 3 bags, 3 pretty small bags, and we're gonna walk through those right now. We have 2 bags, and then we have a case, a Pelican case. So the first case we're gonna bring is the Pelican 1510. I made a whole video on this. I'll link it up here and down in the description, but this has been just an unbelievable case. It's travel or carry-on size, which I love, extremely durable, water resistant, waterproof up to a certain amount, and then it like, you know, don't throw it in a lake. This is the first one. It is a little bit more on the heavy side, so they have like an air version Pelican does, but not as protected. The second is a backpack. This is the, we'll take that out for now. This is the Low Pro 450, mostly camera gear, all the really expensive stuff I don't want to lose. We have that, and then lastly is the North Face 41 liter duffel bag. This thing is incredible. It is small, but that's my whole idea. It has backpack straps that are detachable, super durable, water resistant, weatherproof, side pockets, inside pockets up here. Because a lot of this is, again, this is like run and gun. We're packing for 2 weeks in a 41 liter bag. The last thing that I'm gonna pack in here is a first aid kit that will include like all just really the necessities. Having filtered water all the time. This is a great brand. Global virus protection. It's got this whole filtration system down on the bottom. Fresh drinking water. We'll see. Real quick, I just want to plug in a little bit of Cutz here, but they're doing something different this year. So I'm not promoting any product, but I just wanted you guys to check this out. Again, if you're watching this at a later date, you can just skip to the next part. All the chapters are down below, but Cutz is doing this Carpe Diem challenge, and I'm super excited about it. For the month of January, they're challenging us to really focus on ourselves. Really, like, mental health and self-development is so key for us as individuals. I encourage you, click that link down below. Let's sign up. Let's do this together. Really, that's one of the things I love most about Cutz is being able to be a part of a brand that values self-worth. Create those habits. Check it out. Again, if you are interested in any Cutz swag, 15% off down in the description for you. And onto the video. Let's go. Moving on. Onto the gear, onto the camera gear that you're really here for. A gimbal. We're bringing a gimbal. The nice thing about this is it does break down pretty easy. So this piece, instead of having to unscrew, I do have it on a quick release system. I'm actually bringing 2 camera bodies and then an assortment of lenses. This one right here, and again, I have everything on quick release plates. Just nice to be able to quickly snap on and off. Ulanzi. Made a video on these too. These things are fantastic. This is the A1. Super excited to film with this thing. This will be kind of my go-to hybrid camera. The other camera body that I'm gonna bring is the Sony a7S III. Now we're gonna jump into the lenses. So when it comes to the lenses, there's really a few things that we have to keep in mind. Weight and size. This 90mm macro, one of my all-time favorites for photography, and being able to have this in a coffee bean environment where you kind of really want to focus on those macro details. The three lenses that I bring, the 16-35, the 70-200, this 90mm macro, the less I can bring, the better. Moving on. When it comes to audio, I have this Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. This is going to be the main go-to on-camera audio that will be capturing like all the candid moments. Even if we're sitting down for an interview, it's nice to have this as a backup. There's that. And then the other thing I'm gonna bring are 3 of these Tascam 10 DLR, whatever, these little lapel mics. Super compact, small, light, battery operated, everything records right into there, so I don't have to worry about signal interference. The next thing I'm gonna bring is a GoPro 10. It's just nice to have one of these little action cameras, whether it's GoPro, whether it's, you know, Insta360, DJI has some great action cameras as well, but these are just so compact, you can throw them on different attachments. The drone I am gonna bring is the Mavic 2 Pro, along with 5 batteries. Having the extra battery power for this kind of stuff is key because we're out on sets all day and recharging is gonna be kind of a pain. Tripods. I'll bring a Joby Gorilla Pod as kind of our selfie stick, and this is good for my vlogs that I'll be vlogging on this trip for you guys. But also I have this 3-legged thing that the camera's actually sitting on right now. But this is a nice carbon fiber tripod that's light. It's durable, very versatile. It can extend up, down. Not gonna bring a lot of lighting because most of the time we're gonna be shooting midday. These are great little lights. They're magnetic. They travel really well. They charge really quick. They're light. They last a while. Like they'll last up to 2.5 hours. The first accessory I want to talk about when traveling internationally is just a GPS tracker. So this is the Apple AirTag, and this will go in each one of my bags. If a bag goes missing, a lot of camera gear, expensive equipment, have something like this. So I got 2 of these, and essentially what these are just adapter kits for international travel. This one's nice because it does have 2 USB ports and 2 outlets, so you can charge multiple things at one time. Okay, another little accessory that I'm gonna bring is this Low Pro. It's just like a utility pack, so it'll hold like wires, pens, SD cards, all that kind of stuff. So this is nice. It's weather resistant. It just unpacks really nice. You can throw some batteries, USB sticks, whatever you want to throw in this. SD cards. This is one of my favorites. It's this B-Way just case. It holds micro SDs as well as regular SD cards. So this is nice. It's weather sealed, hard case. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about are filters for your lenses, for your cameras. So I do have the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro. These are the older version filters, the 2-5 and the 6-9 stop. Great filters, only fit on one of my lenses, the 16-35 right now. But I recently have been using the Freewell. I made a whole video on that. Again, card description linked up here. Check it out if you're in the market for filters. These things are great. As you can see here, like I have all the adapters for each lens, which is super nice because you can quickly undo that, snap this on. It's all magnetic. You can switch out. A lot of variety. CPLs, mist filters, 2-5, 6-9 stop. So just a lot of like creative flexibility with these filter systems, especially if you're filming like in the middle of the day or you're trying to do a time lapse or something of that sort. It's good to have a set of filters with you, and this comes in a very convenient travel case that can strap to the outside of your bag if you need to. So what I'm going to be bringing is this G Technology. It's 5 terabytes of storage, as well as a 2 terabyte SanDisk SSD card. So this will be nice to be able to edit on video, understand how long your trip is, how much you're gonna be shooting, what size files you're gonna be shooting with. That's a huge key. That's what I got for storage. I am bringing my MacBook Pro. Important to have the computer to be able to transfer files at the end of each day, be able to create assets while we're on the go. That's pretty much it. Like, that's like the essential gear for an international travel. The best setup I can get at a very minimal, compact profile. I hope this helped in some form or fashion for your next trip. Wherever you're going, have fun, be safe, check out all the regulations, drone regulation, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.